have no idea. I literally don't know why I'm banned.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Church of Caboose, and for today's Destiny 2 video, we're going to be really talking about Twitch and some things they've been doing recently. As you saw in that little clip of a clip that I have here at the opening of this video, MTashed is on a current 7-day ban for reasons we will get on into later, but the main focus of this video is going to be to remind Twitch and to tell Twitch, hey, there's 3 things you guys gotta do. You guys gotta start being transparent, you guys gotta start being consistent, and you guys need to actually know about the game and how it works that you're considering banning someone on, because at the end of this you might look real stupid, even if you, as someone watching this video, maybe if you don't agree with my first 2 things, at the end of it I think you'd be like, okay, this was really stupid. So before we get on into the video, while you guys are here, click that subscribe button. It means the world to me. Hardly takes any effort from you guys, and if you think my content is garbage later, you can always unsubscribe if you wish, but do me a huge solid and subscribe to this channel. Also, if you want Twitch to maybe have a hope of seeing this video and perhaps enacting some sort of a change, make sure you guys are liking the video, putting down comments, and just interacting as much as you can, because then more people will see the video, which means that there's a higher chance that Twitch might be like, finally, okay, maybe we do have to change some of the things that we do here a little bit. So I want to give you guys real quick just some background on what happened with MTashed. Now, he is only under a 7-day ban, which in and of itself is not a huge deal, but it's a little bit bigger than a deal if you're him, at least, and we'll get into that when we talk about transparency and consistency here in a little bit. So what happened was he is being banned because he played with someone on stream that was already banned by Twitch. It's against the terms of service, which I guess warrants a warning, which I guess this is his first one by the looks of it, and so he is under a 7-day ban. And we'll get into some more details under knowing the game, so we'll talk about exactly what happened with the player as well as what MTashed was trying to do when we talk about knowing the game. That's just kind of the broad skinny. And if you weren't sure, that opening clip is a clip I made at the end of a video that MTashed put up on Twitter pretty soon after he found out that he was banned. So that's where that footage came from. So let's first start off with Twitch needing to be transparent. Now, when you go to work, right, you just don't necessarily go to work and then just find out, hey, but you've been fired, right? Like there's warning signs. Like either you know the company's starting to go down, there's rumors going around where people are like, hey, there might be some layoffs, or you get more commonly like a verbal written warning and you follow some sort of a disciplinary kind of a process before just showing up and they're like, hey, you're fired or you can't come back for 7 days. Something like that. But unfortunately, Twitch does this to its streamers, its employees, all the time. It happened to Lono. Now, I don't necessarily, we're not going to talk about whether it was a good or a bad thing that he got banned, but that happened to Lono, it's happened to MTashed, it's happened to Dr. Disrespect, and countless others, because this seems to be how Twitch handles its business. Instead of having that perhaps confrontational conversation of like, hey, this is what happened, we're going to do X, Y, or Z, or heads up, like you did this, don't do it again, people will just show up for work and find out they can't work. And for folks like myself, a good old Church of Caboose, maybe not the end of the world. I don't make any money off of Twitch, so by the way, check out my channel, Twitch on Twitch. It's called Church of Caboose. I try to stream fairly often, but anyways, that's shameless little plug there. But for folks like MTashed and Dr. Disrespect, while this may not be their only income for their content, it is definitely a large and significant portion of their income. And folks like MTashed, like he was saying in the video he put on YouTube, I'll do my best to have a link to that in the description below. He has a kid, he has a son, he's married, he has a house. Like a lot of his stuff comes from Twitch. The dude doesn't do a ton. He does YouTube videos, obviously, but he's not necessarily one that I'm seeing to do things like guides. He's mostly doing like had this cool game in trial. So all that stuff is coming from Twitch. So even if you try to argue, well, he still has YouTube. That YouTube is fueled by his Twitch streams. Whereas for me, my videos, I guess I use Twitch to get the gameplay from, but it's not like people are watching my videos because I do so awesome on Twitch. You kind of see the difference. So like people like him are just losing lots of money, and you might be thinking to yourself, well, it's only a week. Well, you know what? Let me tell you guys something. I am looking at down the barrel because of a change at my work that happened, where I will have a week of no pay, and I'm doing my best to see what's going on with all of that. And a week is rather daunting. So when this guy's got lots of it's just not good to have as a business, especially a multi-billion-dollar business, to have it where your employees can show up to work but find out they can't actually work. So Bungie, you guys gotta be Twitch, you guys gotta be transparent. It could be as much as just sending out more specific reasons for why. I know in MTashed's case, he did get a notification letting him know that the reason why was because he played with someone that was banned, but they didn't give any kind of like a proof or a timestamp or anything to indicate exactly what. So like MTashed has a couple of ideas as to what happened, which we'll get into that at the end of the video. But as far as like, yes, I know on October 3rd of 2018, nah, there's none of that. None of that at all. All right, so now we're going to talk about consistency. Probably one of the biggest gripes against Twitch in general is consistency. We have folks that will stream Destiny 2 while cheating, like using aimbots, respawn things, wall hacks, and infinite ammo, and all kinds of goodness that don't get banned, or at least take lots of reporting from people before Twitch actually looks into it. And that's a violation of terms of service. When MTashed was talking about what happened in his video, he mentioned that there's a guy who has been banned. I can't remember his name, but that's rather insignificant. Who is a really big streamer that was playing, oh, it's Dr. Disrespect. That was the guy that was banned. That was playing with another guy who's a really big streamer. And to the guy that was playing with Dr. Disrespect, nothing's happened to that guy yet. So that's like a perfect example. Like this other person is just a way bigger deal apparently on Twitch than MTashed is. I've no idea who this other guy is. I never heard of him, which is why I can't remember the name. But I do know MTashed, and MTashed is like, yeah, like I can give examples of folks that have done this intentionally even. And again, we'll get into more of those details later. And why are they not banned or dealing with the 7-day thing? We have instances of content creators like Alinity who would do things like throw her cat over her shoulder, give her booze. There was a bunch of other stuff she did, like I want to ask my wife real quick. Hey, baby, what was one of the things you said she did? Oh, that's right. Harass other streamers. Like, that's just to name a couple of things. So thanks for that input, sweetheart. If you guys can't tell, this is a rather like, hey, I saw this happen and putting this together out for you guys, and so it's a little bit informal, but that's okay. So you got to hear the wife of the voice of my wife, Crazy Corker Queen. Perhaps I might not have picked it up, but whatever. So the point is, we have all these cases of complete inconsistency on Twitch's part. In fact, that's why I had some screenshots going. Like, if you enjoy watching people get outed for cheating, go to Righty's YouTube channel. Like, he got big when Trials of Osiris came back because the dude basically makes almost nothing but videos about catching cheaters, interviewing cheaters, and some of them he even will show like proof that they were streaming while they did it. So like on Twitch specifically. So like we got lots of instances of Twitch just not being very consistent, which makes it horribly frustrating. I'm sure we all deal with this in the workplace where, you know, you come in and you feel like there's someone that might be more popular that can kind of like show up 10, 15 minutes late, no big deal. If you put your toe across the door at 1 second past whenever you're supposed to be there, your boss is down your throat, being like, I'm going to write you up. We've all had experiences like that. If you haven't, lucky you, it'll happen eventually, so brace yourself. So like it's got to be really frustrating as content creators having to deal with that. And I'm sure if I, because of you wonderful people, ever get big enough, I might have to deal with this at some point. And right now, specific to Twitch. So it cannot be a good work environment to have for your people. You don't have your employees with double standards. It just never, ever works well. And I could see that these guys are going to be like, you know what? Screw Twitch. I'm going on over to Facebook Gaming, YouTube Live, or whatever other platforms there are out there that exist. I know there's been big streamers like True Vanguard, Azatros, Cactus HD. As much as I have beef with Cactus that he doesn't know about, like coming behind MTashed and being like, dude, this is stupid. Let's see how we can help. So this is also me trying to help out MTashed as well as bring to light that Twitch sucks and needs to get their shit messed around with. Then also, there's another pretty common denominator with what things you get away with. It does seem like the more viewers you have, the more income you make, which probably makes more income for Twitch, that you get away with more stuff. The other thing is you gotta have some tiggle bitties. If you got those tiggle bitties, you'll probably get away with just about anything. And I'm talking to you, Alinity, who will probably never ever see this, and anyone else who falls under her category. Like, that seems to be the two things. You got tiggle bitties, and you're an attractive looking individual, and or do you make their platform lots of money? So if you make a lot of money, then you're probably making them even more money, so that's how you know. All right, let's wrap this video up. We're talking about Twitch. You just have to know the game that you're like looking at before you go banning people. So you're going to give some more details about exactly what MTashed thinks was the case for him getting banned. So there's someone by the name Wish something or other who was banned off of Twitch. I'm not sure when. That doesn't really matter a whole lot, at least within the last couple of months, because this whole thing was from a few months ago. And so MTashed is just loading into Rumble. If you guys aren't familiar with Rumble, it's a complete free-for-all. You can't queue up with teammates. You do it by yourself. And he happened to load up against this person, Wish whatever, that was banned. And then something or other happened with his chat. I guess this Wish person is known for maybe not being the most positive individual in the Destiny 2 community. I'm not familiar with this person. It sounds like from MTashed, this person has a reputation, and this other guy started getting bullied, and people in this chat like either let him know or somehow MTashed found out that this individual was being bullied. So then MTashed did something to get a hold of this person. I think it was he hopped on this guy's stream. I'm not 100% sure. It must have been hopped on the stream though for Twitch to know about it, and was like, hey guys, stop cyberbullying this dude, leave him alone. And then MTashed went back to his business. So we got two parts here. One, MTashed unintentionally zero control queued up against somebody that he was playing against, which means odds are the other person's going to end up in his stream, because like if he's shooting at him, you're looking straight down the barrel and you can see the guy's gamer tag. So like you can't control that. Like what's he supposed to do? Load into Rumble and intentionally see like someone coming and just like, do a 180 and be like, nope, not gonna look at that guy. Like that's ridiculous. That's not a streaming world I ever want to live in. I don't think you guys would want to live in that either. And then we got the second part, which is he found out this individual was being bullied and was like, hey, stop it. And in the words that MTashed used, he's like, hey, I was damned if I do, damned if I don't. Something about like terms of servicing, like you need to support or like stop bullying, because his chat was bullying. So he's like, I have to stop this. So then he got punished for, I would say, for trying to be a good person. Like you could try and argue, well, he was supposed to, so is that really being a good person? But he did what he thought was right, and he says he would stand by that and do it again, even if he ultimately got completely taken off of Twitch. And I agree with that. I find that's a rather brave thing to do because of how the money that he needs with all of it. It'd be really easy to be like, fine, I'll never do that again. So it's just a really, really messed up situation, because it could be very well because Twitch doesn't know how Rumble works. And I'm sure there's other cases where Twitch has banned someone because something about the game, the person that did it didn't understand, and so they banned someone wrongfully. And then he also is trying to like stop bullying and make the world/gaming community a better place. And what the hell is wrong with that? I don't know. So in his words, damned if you do, I was damned if I don't. So, like, that's pretty much what happened with MTashed. I really hope that we got a good conversation for Twitch about we need to have transparency, consistency, and you guys gotta know what the hell you're talking about on that particular game before you go and ban someone. On Twitch, you guys, it's just getting it way, way out of hand with how Twitch handles things. Hopefully those screenshots I showed you guys shows like some proof for like lack of consistency. We got so many folks that are cheating and streaming. Like folks will do like carries. Like they'll be making money because someone will pay them like $90 to do a flawless, and then like they'll be playing on that person's account while cheating, as well as other streams where they're on their own account. It's just a messed up thing. I really hope Twitch gets on top of this and makes it a better community to be. I'm actually considering trying myself to get away from Twitch and to be, potentially in the future be doing stuff on YouTube Live, because if things kick off, I'm not sure I want to have any kind of income or livelihood at the subject of Twitch. Like, I already have to deal with a random week from my employer where I don't get paid because of COVID stuff that I have zero control over, and that's hard enough to handle. And I want to have to deal with having all this stuff, like if I was to get a big enough deal on the platform. So you guys, let me know down below what you guys think. Do you agree? Is this crazy? Any kind of interaction will help us out in our fight against Twitch to be basically a decent freaking employer and to stop giving favoritism to people that make the money and people with tickle bitties. I am Church of Caboose. Have a great week and happy grinding, y'all.